Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and I want to talk to you today about the Ayurvedic perspective of the fall equinox, when the sun is actually perpendicular to the earth and the amount of lightness and darkness is equal. The earth has about 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of sunlight. So it's a day of perfect balance. And what's happening on the equinox is the earth's tilt is beginning to move away from the sunlight. So in the northern hemisphere, it's getting colder. So we have some summer takeaway tips, which is happening before the equinox, and we have some fall opportunities to take advantage of. Okay, now the takeaways are, well, we all know, right, that vitamin D is only available in the summertime north of Atlanta in the middle of the day. So getting midday summer sun rays is really critically important. So before it leaves and after the equinox, the sun starts crashing in the sky and we lose vitamin D daily. So it's very important to store up those reserves and get that last chance of vitamin D before it's too late. So mid-summer sun rays, get out there for 10 or 15 minutes and really take advantage of that. Also, it's very important, so many foods and plants and leafy greens and fruits and vegetables have providing micro and macronutrients for us all summer long. This is our big chance to get all of those micro and macronutrients stored in our body now, because a lot of those aren't available in the wintertime. So we got to get them now and take advantage of them. But there's one little caveat. In the summertime, the body has a weaker digestive system. It's sort of our genetic thing to be able to dissipate heat out of the body. So we have a weaker digestive system in the summer and a stronger digestive system in the winter, which means that the foods are harvested on or cooked on the vine all summer long. So they're pre-digested for us. So the foods in nature are really the perfect foods for us if we eat in season during the summer months, okay? So I want you to think about eating as much as you possibly can of the fruits and vegetables from the summer grocery list all the way up until Halloween. November 1st, October 31st is sort of the cutoff when you stop eating summer foods and start eating winter foods off of our grocery list, which are free. You can download them and look at those lists and just circle all the foods you like on those lists and eat more of those in the appropriate season. So at the end of the summer, great opportunity to eat all the perishables, which we can't eat fast enough because they're coming out of the garden so fast, to really take advantage of those. Those foods provide huge benefits for us. Micro, macronutrients, plus many of them are cleansing. They're detoxifiers for the liver, the lymph, the blood, the skin. They're very important. Nature is trying to detoxify us as we transition from one season to the next. Sort of like how the trees, the heat accumulates in the summer. The trees, this is an Ayurvedic thing, they get hot, the heat rises, dries out the leaves, they turn red, they fall off, and the tree gets to detoxify its leaves. We also need to detoxify, but we have no skin to shed or leaves to fall. We have to do it with our diet. Nature does provide a perfect diet for us to accomplish that, but the problem is many of us are having barbecues and ice creams and pastas which aren't in season, growing on the trees, being cooked on the vine last time I checked. So it's very important for us to realize that when we eat out of season, our microbes that should be dramatically shifting from summer into winter doesn't happen. And as a result, the microbes can actually die and perish. I wrote a blog from the book called The Forest Unseen, where they talked about a deer that ate bark in the summer, and they're supposed to eat the bark in the winter, and they didn't have the microbes to digest it, and it caused such a level of indigestion it could literally kill the deer. So if a deer dies when they eat out of season, does that mean we can just ignore it completely? The power of eating with the seasons, and it's all, I wrote about that in my book, The 3-Season Diet. I think it's so more important now with today's research on microbiology than ever before. But understanding the power of eating with the seasons for our microbes is really critically important. And as winter starts to come in after the equinox, and as we begin to shift our diet, we can begin to digest the harder and the more dense foods, the nuts, the seeds, the root vegetables, even the meats are more dense, and we have a digestive fire in the winter to warm us up, but also to cook those harder to digest foods. So nature really does have a plan for us. Very important for us to eat with the seasons. Very important for us to cleanse and detoxify during this transitional time. The apples are cleansing for the intestinal tract. The watermelons are diuretics. The pomegranates are liver and blood cleansers. There's really powerful foods and medicines available in nature to take care of that for us. So that is, extremely important. Plus, if you eat, pastas and things that are way out of season, we kill the microbes that we should be populating and repopulating our gut for heavier foods, and we don't let that happen naturally, our digestive strength becomes much weaker. And this is also a great opportunity for us to reset our digestive strength. Cleanse and reset digestion are two critical things that must happen with the change of seasons. So, and I've written many articles on my archives, videos, and newsletters about how to reset your digestive strength. So please go to my archives, read those articles, and start to implement some of those very simple things. We also have our Colorado Cleanse, which is a powerful digestive reset and a detoxifier. And I'm a big fan of cleansing, as you know, but I'm not a big fan of cleansing without making sure you're a good digester first. If you just pull the toxins out of the body and cleanse them, and the body put them in storage because it didn't know what to do with them, it didn't have the capacity to detoxify them, you can actually create more trouble, create a detox reaction. So it's very important to reset digestive strength and do a detox of some sort. And you can even do that completely naturally by eating only the perishable foods that nature harvests in August and September and October, and let the denser foods, the nuts and seeds and grains and things like that, store for winter eating. It's challenging to do. We even have our 4-day free short home cleanse. Please, that's a free download. Check that out. Definitely, please do something as we transition from summer through fall into winter. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at lifespa.com.